Hello, welcome to a new unboxing. Today will be a new quadcopter. This is the brand Mould King. It's the first time I'm reviewing their products. The exact reference is Super S or the 33041. Okay, so it takes the shape of the DM007, if you can remember well. Kind of. It comes in white edition or in black editions. So what you will find in this box, here is the quadcopter itself. So as you can see, the size is between micro and mini quadcopter 1-on-1, so-called them, the crony. Okay, why not? So came with this larger, taller landing gears. Okay, I will enter in more details in a few minutes. So what you will find in the box, 4 propped guards. They are pretty efficient. Well, more or less. I would expect a frontal part, but it's okay. Each of them weighs close to 2 grams, if I'm not wrong. Okay, 2 grams exactly, 2.1. It came with a camera module, so you have the 2 versions of the camera, the 2 megapixel and the 5 one. So this module is pretty light. This is a 2 megapixel one, 6 grams 7, so it's not bad. And associated with, you have a micro SD card of 4 gigabytes. Okay, so it's pretty easy to install. The connector, you have a classic power, and I guess the yellow is to trigger the camera recording or photo shooting. So it comes with this USB charging cable ending with a micro LODI connector, a tiny screwdriver. Okay, it comes with this USB micro SD card reader. Okay, great, and come with this LiPo, which is a one-cell cellule, of course, with the micro LODI connector, and announced to be 300, I can read well, 80 milliamps per hours. No discharge rate indicated. Okay, so and the battery itself weighs 10 grams 5. I can give the dimension if you are interested by. Okay, so in length you have something like 36 millimeters, in with something like, sorry, let's say 21, and in 8 something like 9, let's say 9. Okay, it comes also with these 2 piece of foam. I didn't understood yet what it's used for. Maybe to attach beneath the camera module between the quadcopter and the camera, maybe to absorb some vibration. I'm not sure of it. There is also this transmitter. If you can see, it's similar to the DJI Phantom transmitter with this kind of stylized curved transmitter. 4 bumpers button. Okay, the lower left one is to select the speed mode. 3 speed modes are available. The top right one is to take photos, or if you long press on it over 2 seconds, is to activate headless mode. The top right shoulder button is to turn on or off the camera recording, or if you long press on it, is to actionate the K home return, well, more or less a kind of pseudo return to home. Finally, the last one is to perform flips, and after you have to indicate it. You have some trim button, very basic, for forward, backward, and left and right movement. Okay, basic, no LCD display. That's also, it means that trims you have been done by the sound. When you have a long beak, it means you are centralized. Okay, I will return now to the quadcopter itself. What I like, you can have this longer landing gears. It means that the ground clearance beneath is something like, I can measure, is something like more than close to 5 centimeters of ground clearance, so it's pretty good. Yes, you have something like this, at least 5 centimeters. It means that if you want even more, I would say 5 centimeters 5, you can install a small FPV kit if you want. You have enough free room business to install such kind, or any kind of small tiny camera. The canopy is made with a very flexible plastic. It's pretty light. I can measure. I will use this box as star. Okay, you will see. So without batteries, I will use this box as star. Okay, check. Okay, you will see that without battery, without anything, the quadcopter itself scales 62 grams, 63 almost. So it's pretty light. It's a gear driven system. So you have some 7mm by 20 coreless motors, and both gears and the pinion are in nylon, so it's pretty good for meshing and durability. Unfortunately, you don't have any ball bearings. It's just a shaft in contact with the plastic. So it means time to time you should add a drop of silicone holes in the main shaft to ensure that there are no friction. It's a drawback. I would expect to have tiny, maybe ball bearings at least. Here you can find the battery bay. So on the top of the bottom part of the battery bay, you can find the micro LED connector and the free room. So as you will see, there is a lot of free room to welcome the battery. You can, if you want, you can install a longer one, no problem at all, and you can insert. So you can add maybe 1 centimeter longer LiPo battery, maybe a 550 can fit. Maybe yes, maybe it's possible. You have some, I can turn on, you have some LEDs on, of course, so allowing a kind of night flying. So blue on rear, green on front, not bad. They are very bright but not so visible because there are no plastic to diffuse the light. So they are very localized light. Okay. What I can say more, you can find the camera connector on the side, a 3-pin connector. Okay, and the internal part of the flying controlling board, the radio chip is LT5910. I'm not really worried about this frequency radio chip, but in practice the radio range was already pretty good. And the good news, you can see some small hole on the top of the canopy, and one of them you can pass through it the antenna. So you you have just to bend the antenna vertically and to pass the antenna through it, and like this, the antenna installed vertically, you will optimize the horizontal range control. So I had at least 100 meters without problem. I can maybe expect more with its tiny modes of the antenna. So really it's light, it's compact, a lot of ground clearance, the radio range is really great, and the props are very large for the size compared to the size of the quadcopter. So immediately, as soon as you're flying with, you can feel a lot of vertical punch compared to the DM007, which is a direct drive system, even with the 2S motorizations. Unfortunately, the side of the props and the direct system was not offering a very good punch, but was not bad. But this one is even better. So I like it. What I can say more? Well, the 3-speed modes are great. The beginner mode is slow, and all the rates are proportional. Yaw, rudder, elevation, and aileron are proportional. That's good. And the third mode offers a crazy yaw mode. You will see on the video. It's spinning so fast, so it's more an acrobatic mode. So the intermediate mode is pretty good to fly, to perform large and fast banking and turning. So really, the intermediate mode is a nice one. Well, what I can say more? Well, the radio control, so I don't like so much the sticks, they are very short, but you can remove them and install a larger one if you want. You just need to clip a new one. It's not a problem. So it's pretty good. On the other hand, you can really grab it very easily. I will now make a small demo flight. So I will enter the LiPo. I will fly without prop guard install. Is not my usual. Oh, I can give the weight with the LiPo install, maybe. Okay. So with the battery, the quadcopter. Oh, sorry, I have to talk. Sorry, I have to put again the box. Yes. So with the battery install, the weight climbed to 73 grams. Okay, and if I had the camera, you don't exceed 80 grams, which is pretty good. Really pretty good for. It's something like maybe 10 grams lighter, 20 grams lighter than other equivalent models. So it's pretty good. I will fly without the camera to give you an indication, but in my outdoors video I already takes snapshot videos to show how the quality. The camera quality is good. It's not a bad 2 megapixel, but the field of view is quite narrow. You have something like 60 degrees of field of view. Out of the box is almost zero free, and maybe by installing this piece of foam you can even more reduce the jello's effect, so it's pretty good. It's not a really bad model, for 2 megapixels. It's HD ready, so filming in 720p. Just the narrow field of view is maybe the drawback, and while the camera lens mount is pretty narrow, it's 5.5 millimeters, so it's pretty hard to find compatible wide lens. Okay, that's a drawback. Maybe you can install it. I will try to find a compatible one. So you have to turn on the radio. To harm the quadcopter is classic. You have to push up and down the quadcopter. You can hear a beep and the radio LEDs become solid. How to calibrate gyros? You have to push both sticks, the left stick in the lower left and the right stick in the lower right. Okay, and you can hear a beep. It's working. Maybe no, it's not working. So it's the way to calibrate gyros. You have a fast flashing. Okay, let's go in a beginner mode. So this is a beginner mode, and the yaw rate is already pretty good. It's very, very stable. It's very punchy. You can see it's very, very punchy. I like it a lot. So let's see in intermediate mode. The yaw is even faster. And now the crazy mode. Okay, I return to beginner mode because it's too fast, and no, intermediate mode, no. It's pretty agile. I like it a lot. You can feel a lot of power. It's pretty stable, very good. It's not drifting at all. You have to play with the throttle because it's very powerful. So it's hard to find the right. It's so powerful. I think I can take off at. Oh, sorry for the landing. I think I can take off at 40%, even less of throttle. So it's pretty powerful. Really, I like it. Okay, so I will just invite you to check my outdoors video of this model. I will stop the exhibit, indoors exhibit, and I will conclude about this quadcopter. Well, I will make short. I really like this quadcopter. For me, it's a nice surprise. I saw probably only qualities. Okay, there are some drawbacks I will also list, but among the qualities, It's a light quadcopter, very stable and nice flyer for all the 3 modes, from beginners to acrobatic in the expert mode. Really, I like it. It's powerful, a lot of vertical punch. You can carry a camera like this without problem. If you want, you can install a 808 camera without problem. It's not at all. You can probably install a larger LiPo to extend your flying duration. The flying duration without the camera is something like 6-7 minutes, and go down to 4 and 5 with the camera installed. Okay, so it's already pretty good with this 380 mAh LiPo. The control range is great, and even better when you install the antenna like this. The night flight capacities are correct. Maybe not the best one, but you can fly it at night, it's still visible. Well, I like the size of the landing gears. You can install any kind of camera or a small FPV kit. Okay, my 2 concerns, or 2 or 3, are the non-presence of ball bearing in the shaft. Okay, so time to time the friction will be more and more pronounced versus time, so you will have to check this part. What I don't like also, maybe it's a little bit hard to remove time to time the LiPo, so you have to be aware, or you have to recharge your LiPo with the battery already installed in the quadcopter. What I can say, it's more about the camera module. It's not a bad one, you will see, but I just regret the narrow field of view, but it's true for most of toys quadcopter. Well, it's a very nice surprise for me. It's an ideal quadcopter from beginners. It's very pleasant. Really, I like this model. I strongly advise it, and it's durable because the plastic is soft, and since it's pretty light, you can absorb well the major type of crashes. So a good model. Really, I like it. I hope this model will be more popular. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, please submit. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Bye bye.